Welcome back. Great to have you with WKYT News tonight. The Associated Press is reporting the Trump administration is proposing to impose a 2-year limit on rental assistance, which would impact those living in public housing and Section 8.
WKYT's Carly Hoxton and photojournalist Darnell Crenshaw talked to a Richmond man raising 4 boys by himself in public housing. He tells us if he lost government assistance, he'd be financially crushed.
It's playtime for the Wright family. Chris, his 4 boys, and dog Nook live in Dillingham Heights. It's overseen by Housing Authority of Richmond. Wright is watching the news about the proposed rule by HUD and the Trump administration that would limit people in Section 8 and low-income housing to 2 years of assistance.
And if he did that, and if I was limited to 2 years, it would devastate me and my children. It would devastate us. I mean, there's no question around that. And I'm a Trump supporter. I'm a Trump fan. Well, obviously, there's been things that's been going on that's brought that into question.
This new rule would exempt the elderly and the disabled. Wright is considered disabled.
I've had many things. I've got chronic cellulitis with my legs, different things like that. I've almost lost my legs a couple times.
The 49-year-old former salesman would like to work. He doesn't want to be in this disabled position, but he feels today's wages wouldn't make ends meet for his family.
And you've got to pay for housing and rent and electric and everything else on top of food and all that other stuff. You cannot raise families doing that as a single family, as a single provider or anything. It's just not possible.
And not only is it not possible with one person making an income, it's damn near impossible with 2 people, right? But I guess nobody really cares because it's not their prerogative.
Karen Atkins with Kentucky River Foothills, an anti-poverty focused agency, says the organization agrees with the Trump administration, saying Section 8 housing and public housing assistance should be considered short-term.
And ideally, it's supposed to, solve a crisis at the time.
Ideally, it's supposed to solve a crisis at the time. When did that time end? Can anybody let me know? Because it seems like things are just getting worse and worse. And indeed worse, right? We used to have a middle class, right? They used to be the largest class. And now it's either you have it or you don't. You're barely trying to stay afloat. And the vast majority of people can't do it now.
Then hopefully what we can do is work with individuals on how to get out of Section 8 housing.
For now, Wright, a single dad with no car, is trying to raise his 4 boys without concern of losing his housing. He voted for change in D.C., but not this change.
I'd rather have the change in my pocket than the change they're giving us in Washington.
In Richmond, with photojournalist Darnell Crenshaw, Carly Hoxton, WKYT.
And HUD Secretary Scott Turner says time limits will eliminate waste and fraud in those housing programs and motivate low-income families to work towards self-sufficiency.
Now, I find it hard to believe that motivation is the right word. But I mean, the egos of these people, right? So I would look at it more as sink or swim. Those are the only 2 options that they want to give you. But what about the people that actually want to make it? The people that actually want to do right, that just need the help, but they don't have the opportunity to take advantage of it. And I mean, you have some people out there that will say, well, if I can do it, anyone can. And if you don't get it, then I will. You don't get it. So should they just die? I mean, that seems to be what humanity is turning into. And I don't think that's the case. I don't feel like it should be like that. I mean, everybody isn't meant to be a boss. Everyone isn't meant to be a CEO. Everyone's not meant to be a successful entrepreneur. It's not built like that. But I think if we use logic and we come to a reasonable conclusion, the system in itself and how it's run doesn't work for the vast majority of people here. But those are just my thoughts. What do you think? Let me know down below. And until next time, if you enjoy the content, make sure that you hit that subscribe button to the right, and I'm out.
That boy is good.